Hey everyone, and welcome back to Open. Our next guest is a Bronx film producer and documentarian. His interest in the journeys of his favorite artists, athletes, and comedians led him to creating the docuseries My LifeUmentary, immortalizing upcoming artists on the rise. And well, My LifeUmentary brings you a raw and deep dark look at what these artists had to go through to get to where they are now. And here to share more is My LifeUmentary executive producer, Jose Jiggy Jay Bermudez. Hello and welcome.
Hey, how you doing? Nice having me here.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me here.
of course, of course. I'm really vibing off of what you're doing, right? Because we kind of do that here as well. So I get it, right?
Right.
I mean, we do have seasoned actors and performers and Grammy winners, and I mean, we vary it up. But I really thrive on discovering individuals, like me personally, and on the show, you know, we give people their first opportunities, and then they'll come back and they'll visit as they develop, as they win these awards. And so you've chosen the path of documenting individuals on their rise versus already being on the rise, right? Which is somewhat of a risk because, you know, when you're doing a documentary, it's almost like a hit if it's somebody that people are familiar with. Why did you choose to take this path?
Well, the reason I chose to take that path was because I feel like everybody has a story, right? And a lot of times, you know, during the media or movie things or whatever, they choose the mainstream people because, of course, they're more known and they bring more eyes to it. But I was the one. I always go for the underdog for some reason.
Yeah, I feel you.
So,
That's what I was relating
right,
to.
right,
That's what I was
right,
introducing. It's like, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So I go for the underdog. So I'm looking like, how about I be the person to tell their story?
Right.
You know, before they blow up to where they go.
Right.
You know, so that's what made me want to do it. And then I know a lot of people around me that's talented. You know, and I felt like I'd be the one to be able to tell this story, so everybody will be able to know.
Right. So from what I gathered in my research on you, you've always been a hands-on kind of guy in whatever environment you're in, right? You're the type that is like, oh, you need me to hold the light, you need me to grab a mic, you need, what do you need me to do, right? And so after all of that, what do you need me to do? You decided this is what I need to do. This is my purpose, right?
Yes.
So, which I find so admirable. I really do. Like, you know, yes. So kudos to you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yes, and also the dedication you've committed yourself to these individuals, and so I would love for you to share how you've chosen these particular individuals. Is it something that you pay attention to, or they come to you, or you have a relationship with them, or how do you choose that?
Well, the first two people that I did, the first one I ever did was Mike Kawan. This is my high school friend. You know, I knew him since high school, and I know he's been doing music for a long time. So when I started this docuseries, I decided, let me start up with people that I know, you know, just to get my, you know, my feet wet and get a little experience or whatever. So that's how I started off doing him. And plus, I know he had a crazy story, a rough story.
Right.
You know, so I think I felt like, okay, this would be something good to do to let people know about you. The second person, which is Slap, you know, my homeboy, me and him met each other like years ago. And I decided to do him. He's a musician also. And he has a dope story also.
Right, and he's Hondureño.
He's Hondureño. I'm Honduran too.
Yes, all right. My God,
Come on.
brothers.
We here.
Yes. Love
So
again.
he so I decided to say, like, you know what, you know, cause I'm still on practice mode also.
Okay.
So before I get to the big leagues, let me start off, you know, with the regular people.
Making sure that you have our underdogs on record.
Exactly. So I said, you know what, let me do here. So I decided to do my friend Slap, and then from then on, I finished the one that I did Goods. He's a battle rapper.
And the reason I mention Slav is because he inserts his culture, right? So a lot of it's like the Honduran culture is very prominent here in the Bronx,
absolutely,
and so it's lovely that you put him on record, right? Along with the rappers, even though you know he does rapping too.
Yeah, he actually has an album too that it's Garifuna and English mix. You know, so he did a lot of the sounds.
So he speaks.
He speaks Spanish, yeah. He speaks
No,
Spanish.
right, but there's also the other language, the
Garifuna.
indigenous language.
Yes,
Yes.
Garifuna.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think he really speaks it that much.
It's okay.
But we tapped into the culture.
You
100%.
put it on record. That's the bottom line. And you have him, and then you have your other friend that you said you went to high school with, right?
Yes. Michael Wan.
Michael Wan, and now you're working on Head Ice.
Yeah, but I also have Goods. Goods is another battle rapper.
Okay.
Now he's one of my favorite battle rappers.
Okay.
You know, so I decided
What's
to
a
reach out
bad
to
rapper?
A battle rapper is
Oh, a battle rapper.
Battle rapper.
Oh, I'm sorry. You
battle
said
rapper.
I thought I heard bad rapper. I was like, oh, he's a bad boy.
No.
I'm like, I want to see that one.
Yeah.
A battle rapper.
He's a battle rapper. Yeah, so you know, it's two MCs.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
They battle about which one
each
is
other. They
better.
diss each other.
Which one is better.
Yeah.
So I decided to do his because he's one of my favorite ones. And you know, he and the thing about him was that even though he's known, his story is not really out there like that.
Right.
So that's the ones I like to tap in the most, the people that you don't really know about.
Right.
You know? So I did his, and now I just finished doing Head Ice, which is the one I just finished.
Right, which is the one you just finished. So how long is each episode?
Anywhere from an hour to an hour and 25 minutes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
A full documentary.
A full documentary. I thought you were going to say shorts because it's a series. But all right, so because it's a series, and as I was doing my research, I noticed that they're on various platforms. And while you say this is the central location, I noticed that you have one on Tubi, another one on YouTube, another one on Amazon. And so I'm just curious to know, like why so many different platforms, and are you testing out the different platforms, and where do you ultimately see all of them living?
Okay, so especially nowadays, you know, they got different type of streaming, film streaming accounts. So it's always good to have some a little bit everywhere, you know, especially now the way things is. So I'm kind of testing it out too, because originally I had on Vimeo, you know, which I sell it there. I sell it on Vimeo and everything like that. But then I decided,
Like people could rent it from Vimeo.
People could rent it, yeah.
Right.
They could
The
rent it or
same
they
way
could
they
buy
rent
it.
it on Amazon.
Amazon, exactly.
Tubi's free, isn't
yes,
it?
Yes. So I decided, at first I had it on Vimeo, then I decided to spread it out a little bit more, you know. So Amazon and Tubi and things like that. But originally, you know, I wanted to be on all platforms, if you want me to be honest.
Right. Got it. But I'm just curious, like what kind of responses you've been receiving. Are people actually renting it, right?
Yes.
Because you're investing in it, and
Yes.
it is a business after all. So, and it's wonderful that you're putting these people on record, and that you know it's there for people to research and from years to come. But as a businessman, you know, I would think you'd want to have some kind of deal on the table. So I'm curious, how have the rentals been going?
The rental been pretty okay. You know, it hasn't been in a major, you know, big thing, but it's been pretty okay. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to put in your work. So I'm still growing, and that's with any business. You know, you start off somewhere, and then when you start getting attention, that's when more start to come your way.
Nice. And so now we have this big premiere, right?
Yes,
so
yes,
look,
yes.
let's talk about that premiere, because you're actually doing a release party, right?
So July 27th, right? I'm having a film premiere with the one I just recently did, which is Head Ice, and it's going to be in Bermudez College. The theater is called Engelman Recital Hall, and I rented the space from 4 to 8. It's going to be food in there. It's about 150 seats.
Is it going to be Garifuna food?
Hey, it might be in there. It might be in there. Yeah. We have the caterer here, you know. So so it's gonna be food in there. 150 seats. And yeah, you know, it's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be a blast.
And that particular episode is how long?
That's about an hour and 25 minutes.
And Head Ice is going to be there.
Yes, he's going to be there.
So you're going to have a Q&A afterwards?
Yeah, Q&A, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, so are there any last words you'd like to leave with?
Well, I would just like to say, you know, the tickets is available on Eventbrite. Just write My LifeUmentary. You'll be able to see it there. And just come and have a blast, you know. You're going to love it.
Yeah, and support your local talent.
Support them, man.
That's what we're bringing it here for, right? We got to support each other.
Absolutely.
Right? Because then if we matter to each other, then we matter to the rest of the world.
You go.
We got to stick together. Wepa. All right, Jose, Jiggy Jay, Bermudez, My LifeUmentary executive producer. Once again, the film premiere, the film premiere of the Head Ice series of My LifeUmentary is set to take place on Saturday, July 27th at the Engelman Recital Hall located at 55 Lexington Avenue in Manhattan. The doors open at 4 p.m. with the film showing at 6 p.m. Y hay comida, there's food.
Come on, man.
So for tickets, head over to eventbrite.com. And once again, you could also follow Jiggy on Instagram at official Jiggy Jay. All right, stay tuned. Our Open Artist Spotlight is coming up next.